Hello again, this is Peggy Fields Richardson. You're at day 10 of 30 Days to More Joy in Your Life. And today's lesson is about the joy of friends and family. It can also be called Let It Go. Whatever is in your childhood, let it go. Today's exercise is going to be a little more difficult. It's one that you will focus on your friends and family and the joys that you can derive from those relationships. Now, not everybody has an ideal family situation or a boatload of friends. Some people have had a very difficult family history with turmoil and dysfunction all around them. Some people grew up in families that were emotionally turbulent and destructive and poison. Some were subjected to abuses and indiscretions that may leave them aching for comfort and acceptance and love for many, many years to come. But here's a simple fact. If you are listening to this, I assume that you are now an adult, and it's time that you put the aches and pains and troubles of your childhood behind you. The choice is yours. You can take responsibility for your own joy and decide to overcome the past. Or you can continue to be immersed in a very painful and destructive history and allow the negativity from the past to rob you of your joy. I don't mean it's easy to keep your past from keeping you from being joyful, because the steps to accomplishing that may be very difficult. But the decision to become joyful and to disallow your past to rob you of today's joy should be an easy one to make. A hard one to implement, but an easy one to make. So there are a couple of things that may help you resolve issues from your past. The first is to realize that you deserve to be joyful, and nothing should stand in your way of that. The second is to change your view of your childhood, or whatever painful history holds you back. The healthy approach is to realize that your parents or the people who raised you did the best they could. They were only human and only had their own experiences to teach them how to parent. They may have been messed up completely, but they weren't messed up because of you. They were messed up because of their own history. The things you may have suffered are over, and your value is in what you are and what you choose, not in what you suffered. Learn what you can from that suffering and become a more balanced and productive person from it. For the sake of today's exercise, let's assume that you have the average family and friends. You know, a little kooky at times, a bit sweet at times, and mostly supportive when you need it. One of the greatest joys that you can experience is the joy and delight of sharing time and making memories with family and friends. It can be anything from holiday get-togethers to long, loving phone conversations. And the very best of the memory-making experiences is to have a tradition that means something to each of you. For example, as my family grew, with each of us marrying and having children, the numbers became too large to manage giving each person a gift at Christmas time. And we had done that when it was just the 6 of us. So when the family grew, we attempted drawing names. And then we had a gift exchange called Naughty Santa, and various other forms of Christmas gift giving. Some of them more enjoyable than others, until we settled on 2. These 2 were selected because each of us enjoyed giving and receiving gifts. Mostly we enjoyed watching our children open packages, I think. And there's always fun in just a little bit of loving competition. So one of my sisters made Christmas stockings for each family member and included extended family members as we added in-laws. And we give stocking stuffers. These are usually small items we collect throughout the year just for the stocking stuffers at Christmas. And it can be a lot of fun to see what deals we found for each other in the discontinued bins or the everything for a dollar stores. We also do what we call Naughty Santa gifts, where you open a new gift from under the tree or select one you like that someone else has opened. Our children have grown up with these traditions. And as they have grown and begun their own family traditions, they've continued to be excited about getting together for the normal family traditions. Now, I must also admit that since we lost our mother almost 10 years ago, we're still trying to find our way, incorporating the traditions without her there at the center of it all. But the one thing I'm sure about is this: the years of love and affection and family tradition which we shared will guide us in finding our way in yet another tradition, which will honor our rich family history. The goal of today's exercise is to begin a tradition involving either a group of friends or a group of family members. Maybe it's an annual dinner party or a cookout honoring a special someone or something. It may be a girlfriend trip to a casino or a weekend getaway to the beach. It may be attending the theater and dinner out with friends to celebrate another year of friendship. Whatever you believe your friends and family should celebrate or commemorate is reason enough for a new tradition. So here's your exercise. Grab a pen and paper, find a quiet corner so you can just ruminate, and then spend a few minutes listing the people who are special and with whom you want to spend some time, some regular routine time to celebrate that relationship. Generally, this will be the people you value and want to keep in your life. Now, once you've completed your people list, you're ready to make a list of the events that you want to celebrate. Perhaps there are several birthdays together, so you could have an annual birthday bash, or maybe it's a group of soccer moms and you want to all celebrate the end of the season with your kids, or whatever it is. Just make a list of those things you want to celebrate. And now you have the people and you have the event. So you're ready to plan the first annual whatever it is. Give thought to what kind of celebration you'd like, whether you want it to be a cookout, a kickoff, a day at the beach, a covered dish dinner, meeting at a restaurant and everybody going Dutch. Whatever it is, give some thought to that and involve the people on your list to help with the planning. You may also want to explain to them that you value your relationship with them and you really want to start a tradition. Now, the planning could take a few days or a few weeks or even a few months. May involve lots of phone calls or visits or whatever. Set a deadline when you hope to have accomplished the first celebration, and then just do it. And last, once the new tradition has kicked off, be sure to write personal notes to each attendee and express your pleasure at having spent the time with them, and go ahead and start planning your next annual celebration. Keep in touch throughout the year. It'll make planning the next event even more meaningful and fun. Let me know what your plans are. Sometimes they're really, really different. Let me know what you've planned with your friends and family and what kinds of celebrations you enjoy. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye.